It's starting to rain out here. It's starting to have snow by. Uh, can you hear me? Yeah, I said yeah.
She's been nauseated and sick. Like,
And Lady Shay is sick and nauseated. And
go to the doctor tomorrow.
she's going to the doctor. Right. Also, Shabaka, we're live streaming this blog talk on StreamYard as well. So we got people tuning in from the Arena Uncensored, Frontline Black News, Politics for Blacks, the MD20, Shabaka's Black Experience and Dance on Facebook, the Facebook group, and my personal page, Paris LaShawn. Mhm. Since 1948. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. Shabaka, outside of here, there has not been no civil rights movement. So all those that's in the diaspora that's being mistreated in their individual countries, they have not had a civil rights movement outside of the United States. This is white people fighting other white people. Um, the, the black Palestinians. First of all, I don't think they identify as black, but the dark skinned ones, they ain't got no camaraderie with us. I mean, I guess back in your time they did. I mean, there was a lot of movements back in the during the civil rights and black empowerment era that was fighting in solidarity with them. But since then, I really don't think so. And they're not, like I said, they're not doing nothing to help the black Palestinians that are being killed every day out there before this went down. And like I said, this has just been an ongoing war. It never ended. So like asked me, she's like, "Why it just happened?" And I'm like, "This is when it just happened." And I'm like, "This has been going on. It's been going on since 1948 because they were the original that occupied that land, and then the Ottoman and the Turks and the Persians came in, the invaders, and took over that land. And then in 1948, after World War II and the Balfour Declaration, they claimed that land as theirs. Said God's chosen people are going to be put here, even though we know goddamn well who God's chosen people really are. And according to the scriptures, right? It's just another distraction. Mm, yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, I keep hearing he's gonna push it back to 2026. He's gonna push the trial back to 2026. Mm, Oh no. Yeah. Mhm. Right, that part. He probably gonna block you like Rolly Polly Martin blocked me. Yeah. So, so Hyde Biden, y'all president, wants to send Israel what, $14 billion. Exactly. And then like 67, he wants to send like 67 million to Ukraine, and an additional what was it? It was at least a couple million to the border, in a whole package of 106 billion. Yeah, so for those that don't know, the honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan is suing the Anti Defamation League for what was it, defamation and it was something else, for a total of $5 billion. Um,
He's
both
accused of being an anti-Semite.
for them accusing him of being an anti-Semite, and also for them
NOI.
accusing the NOI, the Nation of Islam, and the Fruits of Islam, um, with anti-Semitism for decades. You remember the Phil Donahue show, and they got up on there talking about he was anti-Semitic, and he's like, I ain't harmed one hair on a Jewish person. And then that cracker got up there talking about, well, what about the Holocaust? And like Khalid Muhammad told him, "What about it? How about our Holocaust?" So uh, they've been lying on the minister for decades now, and the minister, rightfully so, has had enough of the bullshit and has issued 5 billion with a B, with a capital B, dollar lawsuit against the ADU and the head of the ADU. Oh my God, what is his damn name? I remember his name. Jonathan. It's Jonathan something with a G. I can't remember off the top of my head. Professor Black did an awesome expose on it, exposing him and the hypocrisy of the whole thing. Because they keep talking about we're anti-Semitic, and these people aren't even Semitic people. They're the anti-Semitics, but they can get away with calling us anti-Semitic all day, every day. But they there's no consequence for them calling being anti-black. Yeah, with that push rainbow push coalition. That's around the same time We Are the World came out. Right. Sorry, censored viewers. We got disconnected on the StreamYard, but continue, Shabaka. Oh yeah, bring. Oh, Joe Giffords in the chat. Yeah, why ain't he calling in? Yep,
Speedo condo shows.
yep.
Raising Johnny fired.
Middle down, Middle East, Shabaka. There's no Middle North. There's no Middle South. There's no Middle West. So there's no such thing as the Middle East. Oh yeah, definitely. All right. So the next topic. Oh, so yeah, shout out to the minister. Uh, this set of precedents across the board that y'all just ain't gonna be able to label us Black people, Foundation of Black Americans, Black people in general, whatever you want to label us, and think that there's not gonna be no consequences or repercussions for it. So for those of us that are standing, shout out to the minister for standing firm, standing on his square, and never letting these fake ass Jews knock him off his square. Shout out to our militant. Um, so with that being said, $5 billion, that's a lot of money. So that's more money than what Alex Jones, who's ducking and dodging the defamation case against him that Dominion put against him, has to pay out. And he trying to block that, and that's not gonna work. You're not gonna be able to file for bankruptcy and get out of it. And 80, the Anti Defamation League, you too, you're not gonna be able to file for bankruptcy and get out of it either. So pay what you owe. And we're just gonna start suing these mugs across the board. They don't want to pay us our reparations. Well, here comes a lawsuit, and we're gonna sue the hell out of you mugs. Did you not know? You're not gonna keep labeling us anti-Semitic when we are the original Semitic people. So who's really anti-Semitic? And y'all practice the same anti-black hatred over there in Israel. So y'all are no better than the colonizers here in the United States. So you should be the last one trying to throw rocks and then hide your hand. Um, with that being said, I'm gonna move us to the third topic. Unless Lady Che has something to say about the Farrakhan lawsuit.
No, I think you said it all. I think you said it all the way. I mean, I'm just really happy that they did it. I mean, like, it's crazy the way we always seem to get chastised. I want to say punished. I want to say chastised, punished, talk shit to, whatever. We're always accused of something, some sort of bigotry or prejudice or whatever, right?
Mm.
And always talked at, when it comes to certain things. Uh, this time it's like, look, they can call us whatever. They say we're this, we're that, anti Semites, uh, uh, get uh, black terrorists, whatever the fuck they want to call us, right? Black identity extremists, etc., 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 right?
Uh-huh.
In reality, we're always the ones getting told where they think that we're wrong. It's a deflection.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But they never go down for this anti-black shit that they're always doing.
Right.
You know what I mean? They're always pointing at, especially when it comes to this Holocaust nonsense, this Judaism nonsense, this motherfucking anti-Semite shit. They want us to participate in having an opinion in this conflict situation, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Right? And if you don't agree, you're on one side or the other, or you just don't want to participate in the conversation, then you're deemed anti-Semitic or whatever, right? In reality, that's just another way of fucking pointing fingers and
Yeah,
basically
if you
saying
don't
that they
support
anti-black.
if
Why
you don't
can't we
support
just say that?
Israel and their illegal occupation of Philistine, now Palestine, then you're anti-Semitic.
Like, what? Why is this real wrong? The next time a motherfucker says that you're anti-Semitic or anti-trans or anti-fucking anti whatever the fuck, whatever they want to make up, because really it's all about fictional tales at this point for me, right? So why can't you just turn around and be like, well, if that's the case, you're anti-black,
Right.
you're anti-FBA,
Right.
you're anti-B1, you're
Right.
anti tangible, you're anti whatever fuck. You know what I mean? Why can't we
You're
just flip it around?
anti-reparations.
Why the fuck we can't flip it around? Why is it always gotta be that they're European and they say so? Or they're a fucking Cabbage Patch Kid and they said so.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Or they're white, they said so. Mm-hmm. It's never when we're black and we said so.
Right.
And it always on the fucking front end of the fucking whipping stick. You know what I mean? That's just got to change. That's my opinion. I love Farrakhan. I love the NOI brothers and the
Yeah, we just lost one here, Ansar.
We just lost a good brother here, and I love the gods of the earth. You know, so in my opinion, I think it's a beautiful thing, especially because everybody's always trying to fucking step all over Farrakhan. I always try to talk shit about him. I always try to act like he's not what he is. And that shit'll never fly. They always try to make black people turn on Farrakhan. And I don't think that's
Yeah,
right
they try to make black people turn on Farrakhan, and anybody that supports Farrakhan, they want to shadow ban like the mugs tried to do Dave Chappelle the other day in Boston. Yes. Yes, his birthday was 2 days ago. His what is it, 87 solo return or 88? How old is Bobby Seale now? And that was 66. Yeah. Mid to late 80s, yep. Yeah, and we just celebrated the 57th anniversary of that. Yeah. Yes. Right. Oh, don't forget Tim Scott. Yeah, don't forget Tim Scott. Mhm. Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. They're losing black voters big time, and the biggest indication is what happened in Louisiana. That's a lie, Joe. That's a lie, Joe. That's a lie. That's
So tell not to
biblical.
go.
That's not
So they don't have to go
historical.
through all that because
That's
he think they
biblical.
got a
That's
lie.
not historical, Joe.
Christ, Joe.
Joe, I question the intelligence of anybody who believes.
Of course he believes
How
God
is
is
archaeological? How is that archaeological facts when you're citing biblical facts?
Of course he believes he's colonizer. This makes
So there's nothing historically factual in anything in that book.
oh my
That's prophecy. That doesn't mean that's historically factual. That was after the Balfour Declaration, Joe. You're like literally skipping over a whole historical facts. You didn't mention nothing about the Balfour Declaration. You didn't mention nothing about the League of Nations. You can't leave all that stuff out, Joe. let's start with 1917. That wasn't that supposed to be the end of World War One? Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, where is Sarge? We need to court martial Sarge. Oh, and by the way, Shabaka, the Lakers are losing. Just in case you were wondering. So Joe, I got a question for Joe real quick. So Joe, what is your thoughts on RFK Jr. and both RFK Jr. and Cornell West in support of cash reparations for African Americans, Foundation of Black Americans, descendants of chattel slavery? Hmm. Fox News. And we want to make that perfectly clear. Well, according to Sarge, he's not going to face a day in jail, Shabaka. Well, he's definitely. I'll agree with Joe on one thing. He's gonna get the Republican nomination. The Republicans gonna nominate him. Yep, a half a million. Right. Well, Joe's a tether anchor baby, so he had nowhere he had no involvement in the creation of this country, and neither did his ancestors. They fled from Italy, so uh, he really has no say on what we are eligible for, what we deserve, or any of that because the country was already built. His ancestors got here. Yeah, and we got to remember to tell all the black people in your district not to vote for you. Not if you're not doing nothing tangible. Nope, you're not gonna get the vote. You're not gonna get the platform. It's a new day on the plantation. I beg to differ. They're probably baby boomers and traditionalists, and they just happy to get a damn Social Security check. But the people that's 50 and under, they're not going for that shit, Joe. The black people that's and they're probably not FBA. So, were they immigrants like you, Joe, or were they actually descendants of American chattel slavery? And do you know what their lineage is? Because I can see immigrants saying no, 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 no. But if these are black people that are actually um, have been there for generations, I don't see them saying no. Okay, so that still don't answer my question though. So where did their parents were their parents born there? Were their grandparents born there? Were their great grandparents? Yeah, he dumped the Democrats. Yeah, he dumped the Democrats, and he got a big old donation from the GOP, and Cornel West got a donation from the GOP as well of $3,000. Oh no, 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 Shabbat. It's for the slavery. It's for the black codes. It's for Reconstruction, the Freedmen Bureau, all the money that was stolen from the Freedmen's Bank that went into the creating the creating the Federal Reserve, um, Jim Crow, mass incarceration. All of that is in the package. So RFK, he needs to, he need whoever is on his campaign, they need to get that correct because we've been letting it known what it is. We're charging you for everything from chattel slavery up until now. So these Johnny Come Lately mugs that just got here yesterday, they're not going to qualify for our reparations claim. This is not a race based thing. This is a lineage based thing. You've got to have the same lineage as us in order to get the reparations. Ain't gonna be no oh, oh no. Sorry, y'all. Go ahead, Shabbat. Yeah, you qualify, Shabaka. You qualify, and here's the thing: we can buy land. These mugs, they buying all kinds of land. Look at Bill Gates buying up all kinds of land. He done bought up what 50% of America's farmland. So he said, not only did he say we must acquire land, he said we coming to Washington to get our check. He said that they were giving out millions of acres of land uh, and land grant money to white settlers for them to develop their land. And we need the exact same thing like they were doing with the Homestead Act. Right. Mm-hmm. Yep. Mhm. Mhm. Stops. Oh, we got a caller, Shabaka. I think it's our brother from Mississippi. Press one 228-5887, and we'll bring you on the call. Oh, okay, that's him. That's our brother from Mississippi. Mute his mic, Shabaka. Yep. Yeah, they take our vote for granted. They think we just got to vote blue no matter who, because that's our party. The same party that don't do nothing for us. They ain't done nothing for us in 60 years. Oh, yes. Yeah, the Dixie Crest. He was going to have niggas voting Democrat for the next 200 years. Yeah, so hold on, Shabaka. So our brother that's on the line, he's running for Senate in Mississippi, if I'm correct, brother. And then we got Joe Gibson on the line. He's running for House of Representatives in North Carolina. What district is that again, Joe Gibson? Uh, nice. Mm. North Carolina, and also Shabaka got another caller too. Uh-huh. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Right. Yep, I remember. I remember because I was in New Orleans. I was in New Orleans right after that happened. And I couldn't get no good seafood. I was mad about it. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. Right. Caller, that's calling from 416. Hold on, Joe. I gotta get this out. 416-9306. Press one if you want to be live on the air. Go ahead, Joe. Yeah. Yeah. Somebody got background. 416, what's your name and where you calling from? Uh-huh. Okay, do you have any questions for the two candidates on the call? Somebody got background noise. Please limit your background noise. Hold on, Joe. Let me finish. Rocky, your headset is giving feedback. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Right. Uh-huh. All right, so this we don't do that black and brown over here. It's strictly black. This is Shabaka's Black Experience Enhanced. This is not Shabaka's brown and black experience, or you know what I'm saying. But yeah, I hear what you're saying, Kaleem. Uh, and how did it not work? Everybody had health care. Go ahead, break it down, Kaleem. Shabaka, you still got that feedback. Are you on the headset? Mhm. Shabaka, you got feedback still. Yeah, the African Union. Mhm. Right. Yes, and piggybacking off of what he just said, Gaddafi was going to back the currency based off the minerals underneath the ground with the gold denon, which was going to bankrupt the Bank of the World Bank, the IMF, all the banks of Europe, all the banks of London, all the banks worldwide. Like that was revolution, and that's why they had to take him out. And that goddamn Hillary Clinton, she needs to go to prison for the goddamn emails and the shit that went down with Benghazi. Yes. Yep. Yeah, they did. Yeah, call back in, Ron. Right. Right. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep. That's exactly what my lady's been saying. Right. Shabaka, you still got feedback, so I have to mute you. I don't know if it's your headset or what. Go ahead, Joe. How doesn't it work, Joe? That doesn't make any sense. We got wind turbines here in Colorado, in southern Colorado. They have no problem functioning. The wind is not going nowhere. Geo geo Okay, so then what are we gonna supplement? Okay, so you saying so? What should we supplement it with if that's not gonna do it? Because you can get power sources from water. You can get power sources from not just the ge- geo no. I already know about the solar. I'm talking about geo thermic thermal geothermal, and the fossil fuels is causing the planet to heat up, yo. Why are we still on fossil fuels? Why are we still using dinosaur bones to fuel our vehicles? I, the planet is warming. Yes, the planet is definitely warming. This is the warmest summer ever. Are you serious, Joe? Like, have you looked at Phoenix? Phoenix had the hottest summer ever, Joe. Phoenix had the hottest summer ever. It was like 110 plus for like 3 months straight. That was 5 years ago, Joe. I'm talking about this year. Mhm. Yeah, fracking as well. China is polluting the earth. They still using all these fossil fuels, Joe. So we supposed to do like China do, or we supposed to be innovators like America's been known to be? So Joe, do you support fracking? Joe, do you support fracking? Right. Selfish and greedy endeavors. Yeah. And guess what the name of that hurricane was? Hillary. Oh my God, Joe. 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 So the scientists are lying when they say that this is the warmest year on record. So the scientists are lying when they literally said that this is the hottest year on record, and that the sea level is rising because of the ice. The glaciers are melting. The polar caps melt. Joe, they have bigger populations than us. Yeah, facts. I don't know how you're not sure about that. We are the trendsetters. Everything we do, everybody want to do. Everybody want to emulate us. Everybody want to be like us. We the most hated, most emulated people on the planet. It's not propaganda, Joe. It's the truth. It's literally the truth, Joe. Joe, Joe, how about yeah, hold on. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Time out, time out, time out. The woman wants to speak. Go ahead, Lady Che. What you got to say?
I want to say this. Look, the earth, the climate situation. Yeah, the climate situation is a whole bunch of things. It's population, but it's also the fact that we got fracking and drilling into the earth and the ocean, right? It causes all of this to happen. The earth and the ocean. Okay, not to mention we got an over exaggeration of population and greed, pollution, and all sorts of things like that. Okay, now Khalif's right about the Cornell West thing. He's right about that. The other thing is, look, Joe, you're talking about you went from like one extreme, one issue to another issue in a matter of like 4 seconds. Like you got to pick a lane right now. What we gonna talk about? If you're talking about the climate, yeah, that's a big issue. That's an extremely big issue, especially when you're talking about the heat and global warming and whatever. There is a lot of things that we can't really uh, correct right now. No matter what we do, no matter what we do, it's only a third of us that are gonna do it. Everybody else is still fucking up. We still got
Yeah,
we
like
still got everything.
we got
But no
the
matter what we do,
G20
only a third
shit.
of us is actually participating in it. Just like if we try to bring down the crime, hold on, Khalif. If we try to bring down the crime, only a third of us is participating. You see what I'm saying? Only a third of us is getting on code. It's only a third of us that are doing any of this stuff when we talk about revolutionary work or just doing work, period, for our people, black people specifically.
Right.
You know
And
what I
Joe
mean?
keep talking about the crime. You notice Joe since 2020, they're not defunding the police. They keep funding the police. The police keep getting more money every year.
The police are the
And
number
they're not
one
doing
criminal.
nothing to stop crime.
That's
They're
the
not
main
even solving
criminal.
crimes. Just here in Denver alone, we got all these unsolved crimes.
Jesse,
And they still keep giving them more money.
hold on, Jesse.
Go ahead, lady. Go ahead.
What I was gonna say is that the police have always been the number one main criminal of everything. And you got your own local mayors and governors afraid to interact with the police. They're afraid to go against the police. That's why they keep giving them money. The police are the fucking main. They're like the second or third in charge to all these ports. How you think all these drugs and shit just get over here? You know what I mean? There's a handoff somewhere, a couple of handoffs, and they come into our areas, into our local cities, and they hand it off, and the police flood our city with it, and then they arrest the same people who are trying to feed their family because they see a sack on the ground. You know what I mean? And then they arrest them and put it back out, and it's this repetitive cycle. There's no change happening because you got the main culprit intimidating everything. There's no change. It won't be no change like that. We can say there will be, but until you can get everybody past the 1/3 mark to go into, policing ourselves and correcting ourselves and taking care of ourselves without needing this race soldiering, et cetera, these people above us, we're always going to be in this 1/3 category where 1/3 of us want to do the work. That's all I gotta say, brothers. Carry on. Like Byron. Go ahead.
So, Joe, if funding the police is not solving crime, what do you suggest that we do? Because these states and municipalities keep funding the police year after year, increasing their budgets year after year, giving them more and more armory, more and more tanks, more and more weaponry, and the crime is not going down, Joe. It's going up. So, what is your suggestion to lower crime? So what are you going to do about that, Joe? What are you going to do about that in North Carolina? Just over broke. The wages aren't even keeping up with the cost of living, Joe. Are you aware that the federal minimum wage is still 7.25 an hour? Exactly. Mm-hmm. It sounds exactly right. And I, as a candidate, had a whole platform on that, a whole agenda. I literally have 4 years of work, but nobody wants to take time to read to understand, that people are like actually, fighting for those issues and actually have it on their website and they're actually talking about it at these candidate forums and these debates and all of that. But yeah, so Joe, what did you think about what Kaleem just said? It's a system that's based off of chattel slavery in this country, Joe. When they supposedly freed us, they started to chain gangs and convict leasing, and all of that led to what we now call the prison industrial complex. Right. Right. Yeah. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Brandon Johnson. No, Eric Adams. No, Shabaka. Eric Adams is fed up with the immigrants. He went all the way down to Colombia and told them, uh, "No, no more. No, no, no more. We can't take no more of you. Don't come. Don't come to New York. Stop coming to New York." Yeah. Yeah. I think that might have been sorry. Yeah, he dropped off though. We unmuted his mic. He didn't say nothing. We're charging him with desertion. Yeah, he's still here. Yes, sir. Thank you for calling in, brother. Senate. Spending the time. Yeah, he's talking about the state level, not the federal level, bro. Yeah. Uh, yeah. Stay on. 'Cause, we need y'all to give y'all information so people will know how to get a hold of y'all and where your websites are at, because y'all are both running in your individual states. Right. Oh my God, Joshua! You talking about Joshua that was arguing with his teacher? Stop calling me Joshua. Stop calling me sir. I am a woman, and you six something with a beard and everything, Joshua, arguing with your teacher because your teacher keep calling you a boy, a young man, as you rightfully are. Yeah, that was just straight bullshit. Never. Yeah. Mhm. It's not you, Sarge. We're charging you with desertion. Sarge. 111111111. Who are you and where are you calling from? Who is Jay Clarks? Is that Jay Clarks? Jay Clarks and Abati. We're about to go into overtime. was a troll. He's trolling. Yes. Yes. You're sick and tired. Mhm. Right. Mhm. Right. Right. You're talking about the Sixth Amendment now, Shabaka. Is the Fifth or Sixth Amendment right to a speedy trial? Stupid people in politics. The popular vote don't mean nothing, no. The popular vote don't mean nothing, no, Kaleem. We seen that in 2000. We seen that in 2000, though. If the popular vote meant something, Joe Gibson, if the popular vote mattered, Al Gore would have been the president instead of George W. Bush Jr. Weapons of mass destruction. Lord Gavin Newsom. Man, yeah. Hmm. Yeah. Oh my God. Oh, he says something about making America. He was on that "Make America Great" shit. He says something about "Make America Great" and its people great, and some other bullshit he was saying. Yep. Yep. Hmm. Oh, here it is. He said he's focused on securing our border, funding our government responsibly, advancing a conservative vision for the House of Representatives and the American people, and expanding our Republican majority. You know, he's a no. The Republicans ain't touching reparations. It's like the Democrats ain't touching reparations. Yes, right. So my lady, she wants to ask, how do you feel about lineage based opposed to race based reparations? No, no, no. I mean, I see that, but yeah, yeah, yeah. Because the $5 Indians, you you're aware of the $5 Indians artists, right? The Dow's Commission. Okay, so during Reconstruction, not only was the Freedmen Bureau created, but also a lot of those five civilized tribes they owed reparations to their former slaves. So what white people ended up doing when they found out that these tribes, the five civilized tribes, were going to have to pay reparations out to their slaves, they created what is known as the Dow's Commission. And for $5, any one of them could say that they were Native American, and for generations afterwards, their family will reap those benefits. So you got a whole bunch of $5 Indians running around talking about they Native American and all this, and they're nothing but $5 Indians. That's why you look at these mugs and they looking pale as snow, and they talking about I'm native. But then when you look at the pictures of the Native Americans, the Aboriginals from the 1800s, they were dark. I mean, dark, like jet black dark. And now all of a sudden, these must goddamn crying Indian. Shabaka, Shabaka. Those are the $5 Indians. Those are the exact ones I'm talking about. Them people are not Native American. Those are not Aboriginals. The original people of America, what is now known as America, were the Aboriginal people, and they've been here for tens of thousands of years before this bullshit Barren Strait theory, before that stinking bastard Columbus, who didn't even set foot in the United States. He was in the Caribbean, he came over to the side of the world because they thought, oh, you're gonna fall off the edge because they thought the earth was flat and you could fall off the edge. And then he ended up over here talking about these are Native American. Where do you mean? Where do you get that? Just like where do you get the where do you get the sun? The, no, the Moors. No, 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 no. The Moors had already circumnavigated the globe. Joe Gibson. No, that did not come from the Moors. That came from the Roman Catholic Church. That came from Constantine and crew. They kept saying the Earth was flat, and then they said that the Earth was at the center of the solar system, and everything else revolved around it. So when you're talking about Copernicus and all them mugs, they stole all their knowledge from Kemet. The Kemites already knew that. They already knew that the Earth was not flat. They already knew that the sun was the center of the solar system. So they knew it back then. They knew it back then, Joe. They knew it back then. Just like the Dogon knew about Sirius B before modern science even had telescopes to even find it. Oh my God. Who invented everything that we use today? Black people. Why would white people invent anything? Why would white people invent anything to make work easier? Why would white people invent anything to make transportation easier? Why would white people create anything to make you cleaner? Remember, we have to civilize you. You were savages walking around on all fours, coming out of caves, eating meat, and all of that. And we have to civilize you because you didn't believe in bathing. You didn't believe in bathing. You didn't believe in washing your body. And that's why the Black Plague was running rampant throughout Europe. Joe, come on, tell the truth. That's why the Black Plague wiped out a third of Europe, Joe. Joe. The Moors controlled Spain. The Moors controlled Portugal. The Moors controlled southern France, all the way up into what is Scotland. They controlled that, Joe, for 800 years. What are you talking about? Yep. 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 So did. Mhm. Yep. Mhm. Oh, that's you, John. Remember? Hold on, I think I know who the 111 is. Is I think it's John. Is this John? I think it's our youth. He said he called in. Okay, let me see if he called from the block number. Yes. I removed him. I just removed him. Okay, thank you. Joe Gibson's people. Australia, India. The sun didn't set on the British Empire. And where did they get the capital? Where did they get? Where did this company get the capital to even get started? Where did this company even get the capital to get started? They got that capital from slavery. But let the brother finish because he was giving his closing statement. Go ahead, brother Arches. Yeah, we're the same black people, but we have a different lineage. We're the same black people, but we have a different lineage. We're the same black people, but we have a different lineage. That's why my lady was asking you earlier, like, do you support lineage-based reparations or do you support race-based reparations? And you said that they could do something similar to what they did with the Indians, with the Dow's rolls. Like the whole world benefited from it. Mhm. Oh my God. Ferdinand had Moors on the ship with him. The Moors already had the maps of all those places. Like I said, they thought they was going to India. That's why they call it the West Indies. Come on, man. You must think he was born last night or something. Columbus didn't discover nothing. Yeah, he was. Oh my God. No, we're not, Joe. No, we're not, Joe. No, we're not, Joe. No, we're not, Joe. No, Joe. We're not. Joe. We're talking about the public indoctrination centers. We're talking about the public indoctrination centers, Joe. Columbus set foot in America, Joe. Stop with the lies. Stop the cap. He never stepped onto American soil. Yeah, he never stepped onto American soil. No, he didn't, Joe. No. And he didn't know where the hell he was going. He had to have Moors on the ship to navigate him. Because you have a false system. You are falling for the indoctrination, Joe. That's a straight up indoctrination, Joe. No, Joe, you're not using our sources. Columbus did not set foot in the United States, Joe. What he did not set foot in what is now North America, what is now the United States of America. No, he did not. He set foot in the Caribbean. They called it the Caribbean because they said it was a bunch of cannibals because they thought they were in India. That's why they called it the West Indies, Joe. Come on now. You must think we don't know history, Joe. That's why they call it the West Indies. Because this drunken self thought that he was in India. He thought he was in India because he saw dark skinned people in the Caribbean and he thought he was in India. And come to find out, he was not in no goddamn India. He was in a whole nother hemisphere, a whole nother part of the world where they kept thinking that they were going to fall off the earth because they kept saying, "Oh, we're going to go to the edge." And Ferdinand, the king, King Queen Elizabeth, was like, "Look, look, you go see what's on the other side. You go see what's on the other side. You go see what's on the other side." Joe, Joe, stop it. Let the brother finish. The brother was giving his closing statement. You just rudely interrupted him. Brother Artist, yes, you did, Joe. Artist, please let the people know where they can find you and how they can learn more about your campaign. and he allows us to call you anything but a child of God. Right, go Gibson. What is your closing statement? You know, ethnic state, ethno state, right? Yep. Mm, right. Nice. Right. No, no, no. ARTI. We still got. We got Kaleem. He got to give his closing, and I got to give my closing. You got to ready. Okay. Peace, brother. All right, go ahead, Kaleem. What's your closing? All right, thank you, brother Kaleem. You know you're always welcome to call in anytime. Our next show is going to be on Friday and the morning Grand Rising, so make sure y'all tune in for that. Lady Che, what is your closing statement? All right. So yeah. The Democrats are done. You can stick a fork in them. Um. They're not coming with something tangible, something specifically for foundational Black Americans, American descendants of slavery, freedmen. They're not going to get our vote. Period. So, um, you Democratic shields, you're not going to fear monger us into voting. You're not going to shame us and guilt trip us into voting. Them days are over. You're going to have to do something swiftly for us. And we're talking about lineage based reparations, not race based, because these suspected white supremacists can issue a lawsuit challenging it, talking about it's unconstitutional. So, no, we're not going to fall for that. It's got to be lineage based reparations. It's a specific claim that the United States government, this corporation, owes us because we built this country. There'll be no United States of America for immigrants or anybody else to flee to if it wasn't for our ancestors' blood, sweat, and toil. So, with that being said, check us out on Friday for Grand Rises with Shabaka. Also, check us out on Saturday for Frontline Black News, Season 3, Episode Trey 30, Part 1 of the Frontline Black News. And make sure you like and subscribe to the Frontline Black News on YouTube and Facebook. Make sure you like and subscribe to the Revolutionary Agenda on YouTube and Facebook. And Shabaka EXP on Twitter, now X, and Facebook. So stay black, stay dangerous, stay empowered, and keep your head on a swivel and continue to demand something tangible for your vote, Black family. And we're going to go out with Ship Ahoy. Thank you for everybody that called in. Thank you, Joe Gibson, for calling in. You know, you're always welcome on our platform as long as you are respectful. Thank you to the brother artist Bernie, who's running for Senate and Mississippi, State Senate in Mississippi. Joe Gibson's running for House of Representatives in North Carolina. And thank you to brother Kaleem, who's called in from Toronto, Canada. And yes, Shabaka, our executive producer and co-producer of Shabaka's Black Experience Enhanced. It's always a pleasure to have you on. And of course, Lady Che, thank you for being a contributor to Shabaka's Black Experience Enhanced. So we're gonna go out with Ship Ahoy. Thank y'all for tuning in on the Arena Uncensored MD20 Frontline Black News and Politics for Black. Make sure y'all check us out on Friday for Grand Rising for Shabaka.